Hey gang, so this is without a doubt one of the hardest one-hand poi tricks I've yet had to try and learn, and that of course is a one-handed cap. Keith Marshall first showed these to me, I think it was last year when we were at Ignite, and it was something that I thought was incredibly badass and that I wanted to learn, and it took a very, very, very long time to get there. The reason being that this is one of those moves where the two poi have an opportunity to run into each other at the tip of the anti-spin pedal out there, and you have to work pretty damn hard to make sure that they don't. So let's unpack this for a second, yeah? So what we're really trying to do is approximate what we would have in a two poi kind of place, where we're going back and forth like this, hands together, with one poi going anti-spin and the other poi going extension both ways. And of course we alternate which hand is doing the anti-spin and which hand is doing the extension, right? Cool. So when it comes to the one-handed stuff, it's a little bit more of a challenge because both of these planes are on the same hand. And you may have noticed that as I do this move, I'm actually doing it slightly differently than I would be doing it in a two-hand kind of place. Namely, that I'm performing it as though it is a part of a triquetra instead of that combination of a four-pedal anti-spin and an extension, which is certainly doable. It is an order of magnitude more difficult, though. Some folks like John Alvarez have the technique for that one down. I'm not quite there, but it is on the to-do list. The way I think of it as being like if I were going to perform a one-handed Mercedes, like so, then what I would really be doing is just taking that bottom, to me it's my left-handed corner, over here, and alternating back and forth along that segment. So I'm creating moments both when my pinky end is an anti-spin and my thumb end is an anti-spin. It means that it's a lot less like kind of a half a diamond and a lot more like just one angle of a triangle then, which I think is perfectly fine still, and it still reads as a cap. But it does create a couple issues in terms of plane control. Namely, we're used to, or at least I am used to, working in this kind of orientation where my thumb plane is closer to me at the top and my pinky plane is closer to me at the bottom, right? So when performing a triquetra, or excuse me, a Mercedes, it winds up alternating between positions where the thumb end is closer and the pinky end is closer. So I have thumb end closer up top, pinky end closer here, thumb end closer here. So really it winds up creating a really, really awkward situation over on that left-handed corner wherein I have to have pinky closer and then immediately switch to thumb closer as I'm going up top, right? And that's part of where the issues with the two poi colliding with each other come in. Ways that you can get around that. Number one are to really, really, really exaggerate each plane of the poi so that, for example, I have my thumb plane pointed back at me to a much more extreme degree, my pinky end plane pointed away from me in a much more extreme degree. In which case, it winds up feeling a lot more like an atomic than just a straight wall plane kind of move, right? Another thing that you can do is really, really, really stretch this out and slow it down for yourself so you can see the placement of each of the poi as you're going through the move. And I'm always, always, always aiming to get my thumb end poi further away from me on that bottom corner. Away, whew. And this, of course, is also where it gets challenging because that pinky end poi wants to get into the same plane. So one of the ways that I trained this was to start off in this together opposite kind of place, shoot down towards the bottom left corner, and actually catch my pinky end poi as it's coming around. I let my thumb end poi drop, and I throw both of them off to my right side, and then try and find a together opposite timing again. So down to the left corner, I throw both of them to the right side, and then try and get back to a together opposite kind of place. What this does is it forces my hand to switch between these two timing and direction combinations. From split opposite back to together opposite, like so. Which really is the essence of what the cap is trying to do here. And eventually, after enough of these catches, that timing going out to the side feels natural enough that you can do it without assistance, like so. And hopefully avoid clickety-clacks in the process, unlike I'm doing right now. Yep. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and give you guys a POV perspective on what this looks like. So, you can go ahead and see what the individual bits you need to be focusing on are in terms of plane placement and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and switch over to that now. Cool, so I hope that was helpful. One of the reasons that we play around with this is because it allows us then to get a third poi involved and be able to do caps with a hands together kind of arrangement, but do it in a 3-poi kind of perspective, like so. We can also do a hands apart kind of arrangement too. Yeah, anyhow. So, fun trick. Enjoy learning it. This one was quite the treat for me, and I hope it is for you guys too. Have yourselves a good week, and I will be back with more tech for you next week. Peace. This video was made possible thanks to the kind contributions of these folks right here. Special thanks to Sean, Prisna, Kiro, and Firefly for your very generous support. This video channel is a one-man operation. Help me to keep on making these videos by visiting drexfactor.com/support, where you can get your name in the credits or choose from a variety of other rewards, and help me to continue to make the videos that I love. Thanks for watching.